The thing is, all right. Well, we're starting now. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is Jay Stokes and Jay Random of the AVIOT podcast. Sorry we missed y'all last week. We had some technical difficulties. We also didn't have a podcast at all this week, right here, this past week that happened.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, it was a lot going on. We're celebrating for the holiday season. I think next time, the thing is, we don't have a website, so it's hard to say, well, hey, we're taking a break for the holidays or we're going on break this week. So it's kind of difficult because you can make your
Yeah.
announcement on YouTube, but with the subscribers that we have a little under, we have 4,000 and something, but that doesn't reach everybody else. On our other platforms, some platforms we got close to 50,000. So do we make an announcement on all the platforms? It's a little difficult.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, so that was that, but we're back with y'all today, and this week we'll have some content out for y'all. But I want to ask Jay Random, first off, how's your holiday season thus far? We were having a talk prior to the show, but I just wanted to get your thoughts for the audience.
Wait, we doing the show on Wednesday? That's Christmas.
I'll do a show. I'll have
No. That's cool. No, I'll do it too. Listen. I don't know. We ain't talking about it, but I'm cool Wednesday. All right, cool. All right. I just want to make sure. So Wednesday doing the show, I'm cool with that because I'm gonna be watching football anyway. So I'm not gonna be doing anything. I'm
even
too
if
old
you
to
aren't
be ripping
cool,
up presents.
even if you aren't cool with it, it is all right.
No, I'm cool with it, man. I'm not doing anything for Christmas, man. I'm just enjoying the time off. And that's all I've been real busy for the past 3 weeks with work. So I'm on vacation this week. So my wife and I, we're gonna sit back and watch a bunch of shows. Matter of fact, we started today watching I forgot the name of the show. Dang.
Is it a holiday themed show?
No.
There actually are some holiday themed ones that are pretty good. I know
Yeah.
Netflix has this British holiday thriller, and I'm actually trying to find the name of it right now. It's called Black
Mhm.
Doves, I think. Black Doves.
Yes,
And
that's one I'm watching. I didn't know
that's
that
a
was
holiday.
Christmas.
That's a
I thought it
holiday.
was a spy.
No, that's a holiday flick. I
Okay.
mean, holiday series.
Black Dove with the spy lady?
Yeah, with Keira Knight. What's her name? Keira Knightley.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a holiday
Yeah.
joint.
I thought it was just okay. No, I'm saying I thought it was just a spy movie. Yeah, I'm watching that. I
Yeah,
haven't
look
finished
in the
watching that.
background. Look in the background. Even the last episode, I'm not giving anything away. Even the last episode is a whole bunch of holiday stuff.
Okay. Nah, I didn't even peep that. And then I'm
Yeah.
watching Madness. That's the show we're watching right now.
Yo, the madness. That show is
Yeah, I
fire.
just started watching. I'm on episode 2.
Dude,
So
that show is fire. Listen. When everything keeps unraveling,
yeah.
it's a good show.
Yeah.
We
So
got to talk about it after
no.
you finish. We'll talk about it after you finish.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
But yeah, what I'm doing just getting ready just to watch a bunch of TV shows, relax with my wife. Our kids are older now, so they're not with us. They're off back in Connecticut and Boston. So
Dang, that's out of
my wife.
context for a minute.
Nah, they
You
grown.
said
They
they're not with
26.
us.
Yeah, they're not with us, meaning they don't live with us no more. They grown, 26 and 21. So everybody doing their own thing. Yeah, man, they out of here.
With us.
They're not with us as in living with us. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what's up with you?
Listen, bro, after you sent me this whole, and I know anybody who watches us, they always think, what's the new term, glazer? They think we're Kendrick Lamar glazers or whatever. Mm-hmm. He's a very talented artist. We appreciate his art. Mm-hmm. But you guys sent me the 30 for 30 track with him and SZA. So I was listening to some videos on it, and they're saying it might be some shots at people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I thought the track was good. I finally listened to it. I remember you were grilling me yesterday. You're like, well, you could just walk and listen to it. I'm like, yeah, but I like to actually pay attention to the lyrics. And I heard it. Good track. You're right. It is better than Gloria. I do like it better than their collaboration on Gloria. But I still think that.
But Gloria is good though. But yeah, I think it's a tie between Luther and 30 for 30. I don't know if 30 for 30 is new now.
Luther got me all day. Luther got me in the chokehold.
30 for 30 made me want to pop. 30 for 30 made me want to just chill, relax with something in my hand and just be like banging. I think Luther for me is more for the girls. For 30.
It is. It's for the women. It's for the ladies. He is. It's also nice.
30.
Okay. But I like Luther too because for the old heads. I saw something on TikTok recently where a comment was saying this generation of kids, they don't know who Luther Vandross is, and that made me sad. How do you not know who? Why aren't the parents passing down this knowledge to kids?
Because they listen to the Gorilla like they kids.
Yeah,
So
you're right. That's a good point.
yeah, so I mean, you know, if the parents is so hip hop, I mean, so into hip hop, they ain't listening. And also think about it. Unless their parents were playing that music back in the days, it's not going to get to them.
Some things
That's
need
what
to be
all it
passed
takes, right?
down, though. Some things need to be passed
Yeah.
down, especially within the Black collective. Luther Vandross, Anita Baker, Marvin Gaye, right? All that stuff needs to get passed down. Sam Cooke, all of it,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. I agree.
So
Totally
I don't
agree.
get it. And it impacts the way music is nowadays, too. I understand that people have their thoughts about church culture, but with that down home church from back in the day, I'm talking South Carolina, Houston, all that, Texas, Georgia, that church sound, how they were, and that music is what makes the music today. You don't get disco, rock and roll without church, like that authentic gospel sound. Even the way we do praise and worship songs nowadays is changing. It's not the same. You got Christian rock, no offense to them, but that just ain't, that's not what I'm used to. I'm used to order my steps. I'm used to for every mountain, for this I give you praise. I'm used to, even, I'll be honest, Tyler Perry's people, they kind of embody that a little bit. Tamala Mann, she kind of embodies kind of that old school Southern swag, that Southern singing. And that's what's missing to me in the music of today, that just kind of umph. And that's why you end up with the Bryson Tillers. That's why you end up with, I mean, SZA's good, and SZA's nice. SZA's aesthetic is not like a Jill Scott aesthetic. And I feel like you get the Jill Scott aesthetic because those are people that grew up in that kind of church environment, listen to that kind of music. Things are different. I just believe that with the differences, a lot of times we're losing the sauce. Sorry, I talked a lot. Just want to get your thoughts.
No, I think we are losing the sauce. I used to always tell my son who makes music, if you ever want to really listen to good music, go back and listen to anything that Quincy Jones produced. You know, you got to take it back to the essence. Oh,
What's up, Hemstar?
okay.
Hey.
Hemstar, what's going on, man? So yeah, so I think that's the problem. No one goes back to the essence, right? You're right. Nobody knows Luther. Well, the generation doesn't know Luther because no one wants to go past 2014. It seemed like, you know. And if you really, really, really want to like or understand music, you have to go back to when music was music, right? Just like so you listen to you listen to Luther by Kendrick, you listen to 30 for 30. It's a lot of harmonizing in that song. Harmonizing. It's a lot of music that we don't hear anymore, where you could take two voices and blend them together, and and we know who's the lead, but meaning SZA, but you hear Kendrick like he's more baritone in the background, and then the way when they make music, they have choruses, they have bridges. Like you don't hear that nowadays. You got Bryson Tiller just with one loop beat that just and beat never changes, and they rap singing, but we got rappers that's rap singing. So nowadays R&B and hip hop it kind of blends because auto tune. So I feel like a lot of stuff is missed. Yes, SZA is SZA. I think SZA at her best work when she's with Kendrick. But that's because Kendrick, I think, he's a student of the art. And to be a student of the art, you can tell the difference. Yeah, you can tell. You have to. You have to be a student of the art to appreciate it.
Yeah, even that whole push-ups video, the whole push-ups thing with Aubrey when he was making fun of him doing push-ups in the park, allegedly. He would listen to oldies in that video. He listened to, I don't know if it was Temptations or Earth, Wind & Fire, I don't know who it was, but he listened to somebody in that video. And like the old school. Yeah, you need that. SZA is talented, though. SZA's nice.
She is talented.
It's just the content that always gets me. The content of her music.
Hey, Katie, how you doing?
Yeah, hey, Katie. Yeah, the content of SZA's music is what always gets me.
Oh, it's insane, man. It's toxic.
It's very toxic. Man, it's hard.
30 for 30 is not so toxic, though.
It's not. It's not. I think that it's sending a clear message. I do think that they're both that Gemini Scorpio combo, and I've seen examples that in real life, the Gemini Scorpio combo that could be potentially dangerous because those two mindsets,
Yeah,
the Gemini, them twins be at war with each other, and Scorpio will crash out and take everything with them.
yeah,
Oh,
yep.
thank you for the
Like you
sub,
said, I send
MKG.
him to hell with me.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
there is that.
So good song.
Speaking of crashing out, we had a talk recently about your good old boy Elon, and you were not too happy. You want to you want to bring the audience up to speed with some things that he's been doing.
Man, he's doing so much. I could talk for days, so you better just control this conversation. I'll chime in.
All right, how about this? We'll give you a 3-minute cutoff. So it's 11:22 Eastern Standard Time. You could roll at 11:25. We got to cut you off. Okay.
So, basically, like the most recent thing is the almost shut down the government. I feel that I think a lot of MAGA Republicans, they have to start asking themselves, and I think they are asking themselves, is what did we do? Did we make a mistake, right? Because Elon Musk is going to be a problem. If and whoever think he's not going to be a problem, he's going to be a problem. But this is why he's going to be a problem, because he's dealing with people in the Senate and in the House that do not have a spine, that are controlled by money, are controlled by, I can take this away from you if you don't do this for me, and that could be the Republicans and Democrats. It just so happens. So Elon knows how to control these people. So it's embarrassing because, like you and I said, it's amazing we have all these rich people. Yes, he may be the richest, but we have a lot of rich people who seems to, or if they do, they never in public affairs or, in the government as bad, as blatant as Elon has. So, it's a good thing that meaning Republicans and the Democrats, when it came to the census, Republicans actually voted for a bill to not shut down the government, because shutting down the government is really serious, right? And the reason why the government almost got shut down is because soon-to-be President Trump wanted to eliminate the debt ceiling. Well, to eliminate the debt ceiling is always a problem. That's like your credit card company just taking away your balance and you don't know what your total is until you go pay it and you be like, oh, I can't afford this, right? It doesn't make any sense. That's why we have tallies, So I'm glad that they realized, no, to get rid of the debt ceiling to 2027 is just asking for a problem, right? It really is. And also, I think that's where a lot of bad things can happen. I'm trying to be politically correct, not curse. I want to say something else. Bad things can happen if you're not keeping track of where's the money,
Let me
So
jump in right here.
Yeah.
I'll jump in right here because you have 1 minute left in your spiel.
I know.
Interesting. I just find it interesting that you have many xenophobic individuals in the U.S. that are really big on Hispanic individuals, Latinos being here, saying get out of this country, or even Haitians now, right? West Indians, Black immigrants, they're like, get out of this country, you don't belong here, and you're meddling in our affairs, you're messing up our economy, what have you. But yet y'all cool with Elon Musk and what he's doing. He's foreign, and he's also meddling with our economy. Like, y'all talking about tariffs, y'all talking about the price of eggs. It ain't gonna be better with him and Trump collaborating together. So I just hope y'all realize that.
So real quick, I just want to say something to our listeners. In 2015, up until maybe I want to say probably for like a 3-year span, Elon has collected $4.9 billion in subsidies for SpaceX and a few of his other companies. Sorry if I pronounce his name wrong. These guys are in charge of government efficiency, right? So the same people that got subsidies in the tunes of 4.9 billion he has $416 million in subsidies in 2010 for Tesla that almost went under. Okay, so The government bailed him out, gave him a loan. He paid the loan back, but in 2010, Tesla was about to go under because he didn't have any more money. He spent all his money that he made when he created PayPal, him and some other people. So 416 million in subsidies.
Mm-hmm.
SpaceX and the other companies, 4.9 billion. This is the same man that wants to take that away. He wants to trim the fat. He wants to take away people's, not right, but he wants to go into the government and start tearing things down and tearing down the government that actually helped him become a billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
So
to prevent
I
anybody
think
else from replicating it, probably.
yes, think about it. So Biden just gave Tesla rival Rivian $6.9 billion loan. Give him a loan, $6.9 billion to continue because Rivian is on the cusp of being one of the best American cars to compete with Tesla. And Tesla doesn't like that. So when Trump becomes president, Fiswami and Biden and Elon, they're going to try to take that money back. So it's just funny how it works for them, but it can't work for anyone else. So in all, I just feel like, we try to warn you guys. It wasn't about Kamala because she was black. It was because she was the better candidate. If they had any other candidate besides Trump, I think the Republicans would have had a better chance because Trump can't be bought. And clearly we're seeing it because I've never seen an outsider, a rich outsider, have so much power. They're calling Elon President Musk and calling Trump Vice President Trump. That's how it's looking. I'm not going to be political. I just wanted to say.
We have another George Bush, Dick Cheney situation on the horizon, you think?
Yes. But the problem is, Dick Cheney, he was in the government, right? So and plus he was the vice president. Musk is not the vice president, but he's acting like he's the president because when Speaker Mike Johnson, the speaker, came back and said Elon Musk came up with a better plan. Who? Why do we care? And we got to just stop that precedent of the government. And it's weird too. The MAGA Republicans, the same people who say we don't need government is controlling us, but they're okay with him. And you said that, and that's weird.
Well, they don't need the Democratic government controlling them. That's what it is. They leave words.
You definitely don't need the billionaires.
No,
They said Trump cabinet this year is worth $14 billion, something like that. No, it's something in the billions. It's ridiculous how much this cabinet is. So all I can say is good luck, man. I just hope that we got people in place that can fight the fight. Because we can't allow Musk. Oh, also, there's $198 million in children cancer funds that Musk wanted to take out of that first.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, yeah. I mean, to me, you can read it. You don't got to read it on CNN. You can. I'm
BBC,
pretty sure Fox is probably talking.
BBC, Al Jazeera, maybe they might be reporting on it. You think so?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. Or they probably got articles. So, I hate to be political, but it's just crazy how it's already done. Now we gotta just make sure that Viswami and Musk don't destroy things, all right? Because they're gonna be the ones trying to trim the fat, but they're only trimming the fat because no one's talking about or no one's really focusing on that 2026 tax bill that Trump was trying to push. That tax bill is going to be detrimental to a lot of people that's making $300,000 or less.
Yeah,
that's I saw it.
So you said something. First off, you said the thing about not being political. I think just with us being Black individuals, essentially our lives are political. So I think we could just say at times we're going to be speaking on topics that go into politics, right? Anytime we're speaking about law enforcement, when we're speaking about people who are controlling the decisions that we make, whether it be for women terminating pregnancies, all that stuff, that's political inherently. So it is what it is. We're gonna go there sometimes, and if you don't like it, you could sign off, or you could be back on and just hear our perspective. What I will say also, you were speaking about matters of money, and this individual, I'm not gonna name them, had made some comments earlier regarding Jay-Z and Diddy and all that stuff. And I actually wanted to follow up with you on the whole Jay-Z case with Diddy, saying that he forced
Yeah.
himself on a 13-year-old in 2000. I remember when we first had talked about it. We talked about it offline. I don't think we've ever heard your perspective on the podcast. Just your perspective on everything and where everything is now regarding that case. Just wanted to get your thoughts.
I was kind of like skeptical because I'm like, 13. Right. What year is this? 2000. Okay. And this is not victim shaming at all, but I was kind of like, okay, let's see where this goes. I'm not going to jump the gun to like, hey, Diddy should be, I mean, Jay-Z should be thrown with the Diddy crew, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I start listening to the stories, and you start hearing holes being poked in the stories as far as, so the girl said her friend drove her for 5 hours to the VMA spot. And the friend never tried to get in the car. I mean, try to go with her, right? She's 13. Keep in mind, guys, she's 13. How old is your friend driving 5 hours away? All right, cool. Then the friend can't collaborate this story because she passed away. All right. That's kind of like red flag. And then for me, the icing on the cake is when she said after she had and they didn't talk. Nah. I'm a father. If I had a daughter, first of all, how am I a dad and let my daughter drive 5 hours away at 13? And we're not going to talk about it, right? That's number one.
Yeah,
Number two, doesn't remember picking up the daughter.
after the
He don't
incident.
recall doing that
Yeah.
after the incident. So to me, it's kind of like, it's sad because you and I, we talk about this. There are a lot of rape victims, right? That rape really happened. And it's always going to be, I feel, overshadowed by the boy who cried wolf syndrome, and it's not fair because there's a lot of women and men who are afraid to come out and, with their story because of, the fear of not being taken serious, not being
Understood.
believed.
Yeah.
So I think the case is going to get thrown out. And, I just, I really have a problem with, stories like this because I think it overshadows true victims. That's it.
Right. DB, how you doing? Thank you for joining the show. And
Hey, what's going on?
I do understand what you mean. I think more of my issue is
Yeah.
I guess the public sense of that was how I was reading one of the comments. I think more of
Yeah,
my
me
issue is the
too.
public sentiment, because I do believe that anybody who comes out and says, "Hey, someone has harmed me," we should listen to them. I just don't believe we should believe people off the bat. It's just listen to their story, hear what they have to say. However, the people
Yes.
that are accused, we shouldn't look at them as a pariah and automatically say, "Oh yeah, they're guilty" off the bat, because an accusation can ruin somebody's life. I don't like that. And I made a video about this and I put it on our socials. We have, and I didn't say this on the video, we actually have a cousin. We actually have a cousin who was accused of forcing himself on someone. And I remember me and mom, we were just sitting in her sunroom one day and we saw plastered across the television, "Oh, this man forced himself on this woman, our cousin." Why? A month later, about 2 months later, my mom come back around and tell me it was a made up story, that the woman made the story up. But I
That's what
ain't
I'm
seen no
saying, man. Of
public retraction of the story. So that's what I'm saying.
course.
His reputation is ruined, but he was innocent.
That's the sad part. And that's the problem when you hear these stories, right? They're like front page, front news, boom, rape victim said she was raped by 5 guys. And then all of a sudden, when when they find holes in the story and the kids get thrown out, you don't really see anything. Remember the girl who said that the Duke lacrosse team raped her?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Remember how she came back out years later, which I didn't even know she came out years later and said she made it up.
Hey, money, I agree
It's
with you
like what?
too. She should be
Yeah,
charged. If she is found that she's making it up, yeah. I think the same. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Jay. The
yeah. No,
same
you got a point.
charge that was going to be given to the perpetrator, if you made the story up, it should be given to the person who made the accusation if they're not telling the truth.
And the lawyer should be disbarred because he ain't do his work. He ain't do his due diligence. The lawyer's now backtracking, talking about she was fact checked by somebody else that referred her to him, and they're looking into her stories. You doing this now?
Mm,
Like, man, like you should have done this before you even came out with people with his name, putting his name
right.
in your mouth, saying that he did this to this 13-year-old girl back when she was 13 in 2000, right?
Yeah,
I
2000.
forgot the year when it happened. Yeah. So
2000.
it's kind of like, no, shame on you as a lawyer. But this lawyer, I heard, he's like an ambulance chaser, you know? He's just running
Yeah,
around trying to find people to sue. And
I
it's
agree.
sad that once again, you got good lawyers that try to save people, try to fight justice. Do you have lawyers who just want to get a quick buck?
Yeah, I agree. Money. Yeah, people don't
Yes, you're
recover
right.
from. Yeah, they don't recover from. Look at Jonathan Majors. Look at Jonathan Majors.
Oof.
Right.
Yeah.
This man whole career destroyed because him and his woman had a toxic relationship. But the narrative was that he was the only one forcing. Like he was the only one forcing the issue.
Yeah.
And there's some people out there that are like, oh, well, you don't read in between the lines. Like, here's the thing: when people record other people without their knowledge, they can paint a picture of who they want
Oh, of course.
society, right? If they're both recording
I'm the
each other,
director
they
now.
might say a different story. You said what?
I said, I'm the director now. Oh, I'm about to act. I'm about to press all your buttons. Trigger, trigger, trigger.
Right, right, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes people, I don't know who, A Money, who has recovered from accusations made about them. Do you have any examples?
Ooh.
That's a pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know
That's
anybody.
yeah. I don't
Because
know. And
what? Oziz Osari. Where was it? I probably
oh
pronounced his
yeah,
name
Aziz
wrong.
Ansari, his whole career got messed up. I mean, I know he tried to.
Yeah, it
He's
wasn't
not.
even with this.
You
I'm
said
sorry,
what?
you go. No, no, no. I was gonna say, and his wasn't. His seemed more like a bad date gone wrong, but you know, in his career, we haven't seen him in a minute.
He's been on stuff. It's just he isn't the same. And the thing is, as the woman was telling it, it was a consensual encounter. And even
Correct.
afterwards, he checked in on her and said, "Hey, yo, like, what's good?" I don't like that. I don't
Yeah,
like the fact that people can have regrets about an intimate encounter and then paint the narrative to be something different. If it was a bad encounter or you don't like the way things went down or you don't like how you look, you got to live with that. It is what it is. That don't mean the person's a bad person. That just means that
I
it
agree.
wasn't what you wanted.
I agree. I
That's
agree.
it.
See, and that's the problem, right? I mean, if you regret it, just take it for what it is, but don't come out with a story, right?
Yeah,
Just
personal
like
accountability.
yeah, yeah,
Personal
exactly. So
personal accountability. One thing I will say, I know this story has been making the rounds. You know Laura Harrider? Laura, she played the love interest in the first Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland. Laura
yes,
Harry
come on, Shameik, you talking about Shameik thing?
Shameik Moore. All right, so what's good with that? So he posted a picture of them two together, and he said more to come or something like that, or he made a caption, and people took it as they were together, but then Laura was upset because she's engaged, and she said to take it down, and then he didn't take it down at first. Then he did take it down, made an apology video, and then ends up deactivating his Instagram and X account. Right? That's the story.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
are your thoughts?
So you know more than me because it was to me it was too embarrassing to even pay attention to, only because it just sounds like somebody's that. See, I don't even want to judge him like that, but it sounds like it's somebody that is not attached to reality, right? You know,
So you
and what I
think
mean by
he
that
was trying to
is
send little shots, like he actually does want her, but he didn't want to. What do you think?
because his co-star, the one who plays the his love interest in the Spider Universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he had a crush on her. He was always trying to
Really?
get with her. Yes,
Really?
in real
In
life.
real life?
And now she's engaged to Josh Allen, the football player for the Bills,
Hold up.
quarterback.
I'm trying to see the one that plays Gwen Stacy.
Yes.
Who plays Gwen Stacy? I'm trying to remember.
No, it's so funny. Yeah, I don't even know her, but I know he was always trying to like
Oh,
he was throwing like subs
Haley
at her.
Steinfeld. Haley Steinfeld.
Yes. Yes, thank
Oh,
you.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so he was, so quote unquote, every time they would do like a press conference, he'll throw shots at, like try to let her know he likes her or whatever. So she just got engaged, like I said again, to Josh Allen, the
Okay.
quarterback for the Bills. And
Okay.
once that happened, then an email came out and he just sounded pitiful. Like, oh man, like he sounded hurt. So everybody started joking, talking about somebody need to check on Shameik, somebody need to check on Shameik. So I think a week later, that's when he brought up like a picture of him and the lady who played on the Spider-Man. I forgot her name. You said it. The actual Spider-Man.
Harrier.
Yeah.
Laura Harrier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
And he was insinuating that that's his new boo. So that's why she came out, was like, we don't even date. Like that, like, I don't even know you. That picture I took, that was the first time meeting you. I'm engaged. Maybe please take that down. So it was kind of like, whoa. I mean, he's looking real bad right now. Because
Yeah.
the way he's acting.
I'll just say real quick. Money. Me and Jay Ren we're first cousins. That's how we know each other. So despite any
Okay.
weird comments in the comment section, we are first cousins.
Okay. My bad. I'm glad you're paying attention to that. Sorry about that. Yeah, money. Yeah, definitely. First cousins. So, make a long story short, I just think it's bad for Shameik because Shameik can really mess up his bag, right? Because the way he's acting, she could easily say, I don't want to work with him. And they'll just find another. Don't forget, it's anime, so they can find another Shameik. It's easier to find a voice.
Exactly.
So, Meek has to be careful because he's looking real stalker-ish. And the bad part is, and I'm saying that, and I don't even know the whole story. So imagine somebody who has power and don't know the whole story. They be like, you know what? She feels uncomfortable. Nope. He gotta go.
Right.
So
and we
he
gotta
has to
look
be
at
careful.
the dynamics at play too. If what you're saying about this Haley Steinfeld thing is true, white woman, black man, that's not no. Don't do that. You gotta understand, as a black man, you're in a very special position in life. You don't even have room to be acting out and having these mistakes like this. You can make mistakes. However,
I don't think it's a
these types of
mistake. I think it's kind of uncomfortable. Think about it, Jay Stokes. Imagine you. Let's change the rules. Imagine you.
Yeah.
You working with your castmate. Your castmate is just coming off like what you putting down. You're telling your castmate, hey, and she's like, okay, cool. And then she started like sending subliminals on X and whatever, confessing how they trying to get with you. You be like, girl, listen, I told you, like eventually it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be uncomfortable at work.
Yeah, you're right.
So
you're right.
Yes, so you're right. So I mean, I think yes, the black and white thing is definitely important too, but I think it's also the fact that she feels she might feel uncomfortable. And then him pulling this other stunt, he doesn't seem too hinged. So, it's a lot of red flags on, you know what, we probably got to replace him before it gets out of hand.
I agree.
Because you got to learn how to control yourself. As soon as she got engaged, the best thing he could have said was, hey, congratulations, left it alone. Instead, he said something cryptic. Like, like, oh man, she's gone, I'm lost type thing. It was cryptic, And then, like I said again, to say or to insinuate that you're dating somebody with a picture, and then the person comes out and be like, you're a weirdo. You are a weirdo.
Yeah. And I saw some of her video. She's like, I don't even do these things, man, but I just need to set the record straight. So I was
because don't forget, I mean, I bet your boyfriend and her family probably was like, yo, dead this. Who's this crazy dude? Do you even know him? And that's probably making her relationship uncomfortable. Because everybody, I won't say everybody in Hollywood cheat, but well, so many ways. You can't ignore all this cheating rumors.
Yeah.
Especially with these actors. So I don't know. I just feel like Shameik is too good of an actor. Too good of an actor. He needs to just rein it in and just, I don't know, get it together, man, because he can really mess up his bag. And you only got one time to mess up. You see,
but a lot of actors
I don't think Jonathan.
A lot of actors are a little unhinged though.
Yeah, but I think Jonathan probably only be doing Tubi and BET now. I ain't trying to be funny, but it's like, I mean, for what he did, I don't think it's worth to be blackballed, but because it was two. It took two, and like you said again, the way it was recorded, right? The way it was recorded, it paints a bad picture on his behalf. But the way she was acting, yes, Jonathan made it. But the way she was acting with no volume, running through the streets, chasing him, that's bad for her too. So you got to put the two and two together.
She's not looked at as a perpetrator. She's looked at as a victim in all.
She's chasing him. I understand.
Listen, but you see, he even got charged. The reason he got charged was because she took his phone and he snatched it back, and I guess it hurt her finger.
I didn't know you could take people's phones. I thought that was against the law to take somebody's phone without, So that's why I'm like, it is what it is. It happened. But that's what I'm saying, Shameik, if you listening, fall back, brother.
Yeah, get some help, man. Seriously, you have the resources. You got money. Get some help, man. Seriously, get some help. Get some help. Also, speaking of relationships, I wanted to talk to you about this so bad. This whole Travis Hunter and his fiance situation. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
I'm trying to get his fiance name. Do you know it? Fiance.
No, that lady name. But I just know. Like I was telling my wife today, it's just looking.
Leanna Lene. That's her name.
Yeah. So I don't know them, right? Just like you don't. But understand, people. We only know you when you allow us to come into your life. So you can't allow us to come into your life, broadcast everything you guys do. In the minute we have an opinion because we're listening to what you're saying. Now it's like you guys need to shut up and mind your business. Well, we would mind our business if you didn't go live.
That's true.
We would mind our business if you didn't record, put it out for the masses to watch. Like you can't go live. You can't show us stuff. We shouldn't watch you then, right? Because we should mind our business. It's not looking too good. But the problem with Travis, though, he's doubling down on being blind to the fact. And that's the problem, I think. Because, I saw a clip where she was like, sometimes Travis would drop her and her girls off at the club and sit in the car and wait for the club to be over. And I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, because he doesn't drink or he doesn't like the club. That's cool. That's why they make Uber. Now I'll come pick you up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or go and wait for you to come out. Because she even sounded like that's a simp move. Like she was smiling like, sometimes, because she's too free on what he does.
May I say something?
Yeah.
So I've seen the back and forth. I've seen just optics matter, right? So obviously, I remember when he had his last big game that really solidified that Heisman Trophy for him, and she looked like she was arguing with him or she had a problem on the sideline, right? Optics. So she tried to explain it in a video of her own. She said she was upset about another issue, and she was complaining to him about it. Then when he got the Heisman Trophy, how Deion Sanders patted her on the back for her to stand. Like little things, she has to be aware of optics. Yes, you cannot be perfect every time, but it's only going to get worse. Travis Hunter is a generational talent. If you look, he plays well. I was looking at him dunking yesterday. Like this dude catching the ball between his legs and dunking. This dude is a generational talent. Women are going to be throwing themselves at him. And you got to understand there's going to be a lot of pressures that come with that. Yes, they've been together allegedly for 5 years. That's what they keep parroting. And they have their bond. my thing is that I believe concentrate on optics and stop responding to people. Travis, I understand you want to defend your woman. I understand. I get it. I just think sometimes the best thing to do is just be silent. Like with what his fiance said, she was saying in the video she wasn't into him at first, and then in her response video reacting to how everybody's coming down on her, she was doing a lot of defending herself, and she was uplifting Travis a little bit, saying like he's a really nice person, but when I met him, he was cheating on his other girl. So I'm like, okay, so you went with a cheater, right? So it's just like a lot of her talk kind of dug herself into a deeper hole because, and then especially when you're saying the thing with him waiting outside, waiting in the car. Okay, so is he a pushover now? So it's just best to not say anything and to just focus on optics. Be like, if we are in public, I am going to conduct myself in a way that doesn't make him look crazy. And I'm going to speak to him about doing the same thing with me as well. You can't just operate like you do normally in the public eye. And people always use Savannah James as the example of the quintessential sports wife, right? And I hate to put her on the spot. I'm just saying we haven't had any scandals with Savannah, even with Alicia, what's her name, Steph Curry's wife, Aisha Curry. She had her incidents when she was talking a little bit too much. I feel like her and Steph had a conversation because ever since you went on Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett Smith and said that piece, you ain't hear nothing again. Nothing.
Yeah, because that's how it got to be. But I don't think Travis has that relationship with his girl or with his fiance. I think Travis is more. I think Travis doesn't understand that he is just like she is the prize. They're both the prize. Don't come in thinking, oh my gosh, I got this beautiful woman. I'm lucky. No, she's lucky just like you're lucky. Right? You guys are lucky.
If we're being honest, I think she benefits more than he does because he's the one with all the eyes.
I mean, he does. I'm sorry, she does benefit more, but I don't want to shame her either because it's not about the money. That's why I say they both are equally lucky to have each other. And I feel like he definitely needs to have a conversation with her and let her know. Listen, going forward, this is what's going to be required of you. If you can't do it, then just be prepared to get the backlash. And what I mean by require is she can't live her life like she used to. She can't. Like, I didn't even know she was a video vixen. Even if it was one video still. I mean, they find it. Yeah, 3 years ago, she did a video with some local rapper. Yeah. Yep. She was
call that a video vixen. That's just being in a video.
No, it was a rapper though. I mean, I'm pretty sure they could find more, but still, she was a love interest in a rapper's video. So yeah, it's not a video vixen, but I mean, if they could find that, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, and I think she's older than him too.
She is?
Because this is why I think she's older than him. Because when they talk, he was saying, she told him, when you go to college, we could break up. And you could go to college and do your own thing, because when I was a freshman and when I was in college, so I was like, but dang, how what's the age difference between these two?
Okay, well.
I don't know, but yeah.
I think ultimately the reason why, especially a lot of black people, I've seen a lot of black male celebrities saying stuff about this, is because we don't want something to repeat of the past where you have these racially ambiguous non-black women that latch on to these black male athletes because they're doing well, have kids by them, break up with them, take all their money. That's what people are trying to prevent for Travis. So this is a very sensitive topic.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I feel like this. Everybody said their piece, right? Yeah. But one thing we don't want to hear is if and when they break up, we don't want to try and talk about, we don't want to hear anything because you've been warned. That's what we don't. And I think that's the reason why everybody is, I think a lot of people are giving their opinion because they're like, listen, I'm trying to tell you. Now, if you don't listen and, 3 years down the road, now you're surprised. Just like what's his name? The basketball player from Charlotte, something Washington, who got
PJ Washington. That
PJ
got Brittany
Washington,
Renner
who
pregnant.
got
Yeah.
pregnant, and then he was surprised when she divorced him. I think they were married, right? Were
Mm-mm.
they married
Mm-mm.
or were they engaged?
Engaged.
Okay, well, she
Engaged.
broke up with him during the labor. It's like, bro, you were nothing but a damn meal ticket. She was
Mm.
what she was never going to be with you. That you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like, how do you see that happening? You know?
Yeah, even with what
So
Jalen Green and what's the name? The
J Ro,
Drea
J
Michelle. Yeah, Drea Michelle. Yeah,
Dre, I think
even with that, right? Don't be surprised if Drea move on.
she gonna move. Look, you see what happened with Drea and that NFL football player. He trying to kick her out her house. I mean, the house that he bought her.
Yeah, not her house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got that. It's a mess. So that's essentially what it is. And I guess speaking of sports, and this be the last thing right here, I just wanted to respond to this comment we got on one of our past live videos. So this individual, we were talking about the Tyson, what was it, Jake Paul, that fight that
Yeah,
happened,
yeah,
the boxing match. So this person comments on our video said, the man Tyson went to prison for allegedly forcing himself on another woman or putting hands on another woman in a inappropriate way, right? His legacy has been tarnished whether you believe he did it or not. There's integrity in feeding your family. I respect Mike because he continues to evolve. Do you have any response to that statement, or do you want me to repeat it again or make it? Do you get it?
So he respects Mike because he continues to chase the bag.
So it
He's not
said
really evolving
this
anymore.
man Tyson went to prison for touching a woman or messing with a woman in an inappropriate way.
Yeah,
His legacy has been tarnished whether you believe he did it or not. There's integrity in feeding your family in capital letters. I respect Mike because he continues to evolve.
yeah. That yeah, that comment is so open that you can interpret it any way you want. But I feel like I don't know. It sounds like 1 minute he's giving him a backhanded compliment. And he's saying it's tarnished because I don't know what we said for him to say that. How about that? What did we say? Do you know what we said for him to what? Oh, we
Basically,
probably said his legacy is ruined because he out here fighting nobodies.
right. Hmm.
Yeah. So understand, listener who commented on that. There's two separate legacies, right? There's Mike Tyson, the individual has been
You said
tarnished
there's
because of
wait, sorry, you broke up for a minute. You said Mike Tyson, the individual, and what else?
I said it's two individuals, right? You have Mike Tyson, the boxer, and Mike Tyson, the common folk, the day-to-day people person.
Okay.
So you have two people, right? So
Okay.
Mike Tyson legacy, Mike Tyson, the non-boxer legacy has been tarnished because of what he went to jail for. But Mike Tyson, the boxer legacy has not been tarnished until he fought Jake Paul.
Okay.
That's what I mean by that. Yes, it was kind of shaky when he bit Holyfield ear off.
Yeah.
That was more tarnished. I mean, that was tarnished. But him fighting somebody that's 30 years young,
Mm.
because yes, he put his family over his to chase the bag, but at what cause? Because when we talk about Mike Tyson, the boxer, only thing we ever gonna remember is how he got paid off to fight Jake Paul.
Yeah, a lot
Now,
of
Mike
times.
Tyson, the person,
Mhm.
yeah, his legacy has definitely been tarnished for going to jail for that incident.
A lot of
But it's
times,
two different legacies.
people focus on how you end your life versus how you lived your life or how you started it. So it's very
Mhm.
important to learn as you get older, learn from your mistakes, and make better decisions as you are older.
Yes, yes. And for Tyson, unless Tyson has a bad spending problem, Tyson has his own marijuana um, business. He had his podcast, which was pretty good.
Mhm.
So I don't know if that $20 million was worth it. I don't know his expenses, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if that $20 million was worth it if he wasn't going to show up.
Mm.
You know, if he was going to show up, then I'd be like, all right, Tyson, you work for that 20 million. But we saw plenty of times the man didn't even want to throw a punch.
Yeah, at
He
least
tried to
fight to a
bite his
draw.
glove.
At least fight to a draw,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Stop.
Yeah, because he ain't gonna fight no real boxer. He ain't fighting no real boxer now.
Nah, not at all.
Nah.
So that's why I feel like that listener, he has to separate the two in order to come up with a comment like that. Yes, Mike Tyson, the person, his name is tarnished. But Mike Tyson, the boxer, I don't think it was tarnished because his records can't be expunged because of what he did in the ring versus what he did it off hours. Those two, we got to separate them.
I think even with that case, though, Mike was a controversial figure, but I think who he has been now and how he tried to speak positivity into everyone, I think a lot of people don't really think about that case like that. When you talk about his biography or something, that's something that will be brought up, but I don't think that's the focus. So, like when I think of Mike Tyson, I don't think about that. When I think about Mike Tyson, I think this dude used to knock everybody out, and he bit Evander Holyfield's ear. Yeah.
Yeah, like Mike.
Right. Right. So we're about to end this episode right here. One thing to put on your docket for the next time we speak, so maybe it'll be our next show. Listen to the Higher Learning podcast when they interviewed Jaleel White, aka the guy that plays Steve Urkel on Family Matters. Very good interview. Very good interview. Very good. Uh oh. Offline.
No.
Talk about this offline.
No. I'll listen to it because you know how it is when they give you like snippets of what he said.
Yeah,
you know?
They addressed it. They addressed it.
Yeah. So all right. So you said it's higher who?
Higher learning. And I'll even get into my whole thoughts about that podcast and the individuals on there. But we'll say that for another day. What's brewing for you this week, man, before we cut off?
Hey. Spending time with the family, man. That right there is really important. Like I said again, past 3 weeks, I have been, my wife as well. We have been really busy. So we're really going to just spend this time together. We both have it off. So we're going to just sit back, relax, cuddle, and just enjoy each other time and watch some TV shows. So that's brewing for me, man. Just spending time with my wife. It seemed like the last 3 weeks, man, we've just been passing each other by. So it's time to reconnect. So that's what I'm doing. Besides that, man, I'm on vacation, so I'm trying to really enjoy. What's brewing with you?
Yeah, same here. Spending time with the wife. Got videos that I have in the docket. I got to put out some holiday movies that I want to put out before Christmas happens, even though the holidays is really till New Year's. Also got to talk about Wicked because I went and saw that film. Excellent job by Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. So those are pretty much on my docket and just enjoying the season. I got a whole bunch of different coffee flavors. I got gingerbread, holiday blend, peppermint, pumpkin. I'm just all over the place with this.
Hey, real quick, want to say shout out to everybody. Did an amazing job on Mufasa. I seen it last night, and I tell you, I laughed.
Really?
I laughed. Oh my God, it's so good. I laughed. I laughed through that movie. I felt like a kid again. I was so amazed. I couldn't believe how engaged.
They did the
I couldn't believe how engaged I was. I couldn't believe how good it was. I thought I was gonna. My wife wanted to go. I thought I was gonna go and fall asleep. Literally, I thought I was just there just to be, just to be there in support of her. I was laughing. I was watching it. I was amazed. I love how the origin of how everybody came about. Like the origin story was amazing. I forgot the baboon name.
Rafiki.
Rafiki. Oh my, Jay Stokes. I would not mind seeing it again.
Oh,
it was
audience score. Wow. Audience score gave it a really big score on Rotten Tomatoes.
What did it give it?
89% audience score.
That movie, when it was over, people were clapping. When I tell you, I never about Lion King. Never did.
Dang.
As
How you gonna do my
as
movie
a
like that?
kid,
How you gonna do my movie like that?
nothing. I didn't care, but I cared about this. This was a. I'm telling you, when you watch together and it's like, oh, but Rafiki stole the show.
Really?
Rafiki
Okay.
stole the show because his one-liners and I couldn't stop laughing when Mufasa and Rafiki their dialogue was hilarious. Mufasa asked Rafiki a question, and Rafiki gave him the straight up generic none of them. So just remember that he asked him
All
a
right.
question about something, and he was like none of them. And he looked at him like, well, why the hell are we doing this? So Rafiki, man, he I couldn't stop laughing. Like literally, I
Okay.
would not mind going to see that movie again. So
You know
man,
what gets
people,
me?
please. What's up?
You know what gets me though? It's crazy how critics always give these movies bad reviews, and it makes me really wonder about the critics. What makes you think you so high and mighty and got the last word on these things? Because they gave the original, they gave the Lion King, the live action, a bad review. Me, I'm a purist, so I like the actual original cartoon, but the live action I thought was great. I thought the cinematography, everything was great. But then even with this one, you over here as a person in the audience giving it such rave reviews, it has a horrible critic score, but the audience loves it. So I'm just like, critics, what are y'all looking for? What makes y'all think y'all nice like that?
Stuck on. I mean, put like they did a great job on this. Wife, I said we didn't watch like a remake, right? This is not. She's like, nah, baby, this is all new. This is. I said okay because I felt like I was watching a totally different movie, but the beginning of what's out now, like the Lion King that we know it, but the origin of how it came about, amazing, amazing. When I tell you amazing, the fight scenes amazing, the villains amazing, uh, amazing. Like
You know, you know,
literally, I might go see it again.
there's
I
actually
enjoyed
people
it, and
out
I don't
there.
really enjoy stuff like that.
Yeah, we know. It's the miser over here.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I don't, yeah, but that right there was amazing.
there's actually white people mad that they made the villains the white lions in this film.
That's so funny because see, and that's the sad part because I just looked at it like I
Wait. Say
it's
that
weird because
again.
they
You're
always say
breaking up.
that we bring
You're
in
breaking up. Say
race.
that again. You're breaking up.
Okay.
Say that again.
I said I looked at the albino. I looked at the white lines as just being albino, right? Albino
Mm,
lines,
mm.
and also it's a cartoon, so I don't know if we even have albino lines, right?
We do.
But they
There
always
are.
say that we bringing up race. They always say we're bringing up race, but I didn't even look at race. A villain is a villain to me. A villain doesn't have a color.
Right.
If you bad, you bad because you gonna find out when you see it. I wish I could tell you, Jay Stokes, but when you see it, let me know because I was even like, oh, that's XYZ, right? And it came out, that's him. So it was kind of like everybody that we know in Lion King, it tells you how they all came about.
Care about. I'm looking
Came
now, the
about.
albino lion thing. It says that the white lions, they're not albino lions, but they're called leucistic, leucistic lions.
Yeah.
So there is a white
No.
lion. There is such a, but
Okay.
it's a mutation. It's a genetic mutation.
Even to me, they were even, it's like it's Lion Kingdom, right? The key in the Lion Kingdom for what we have ever been told was it's kill or be killed, right? It's
Yeah.
all about who's going to be the dominant species. There's
Right.
a lot of lions, and we see on National Geographic. They fight to the death to take over.
Right.
So the villain wasn't really the villain had a reason to be upset. You'll see. You'll
Okay.
see. So it wasn't about a black and white thing. It was just a good movie. I loved it. I
Okay.
loved it.
That's what's
So
up. Okay.
yeah,
All right. You sold it for me. I
seen it
definitely
last
got to check it
night.
out.
Forgot
I
to
was a little
bring that up.
skeptical, but all right. I'll check it out.
Please let me know what you think. I thought it was amazing. I even love the singing. I hate singing musicals. I hate them.
Oh,
Man, I
so
was
this is
there
actually. Oh,
singing.
they did continue the singing in this. Okay.
Yeah. I was there just jamming and tapping my finger and tapping my
Childish,
yeah.
Childish is in this too, right?
Yes,
Okay.
good.
I was wondering.
Everybody, please go see it. Sonic, boom. I didn't even see
Really?
Sonic, but you could. I mean, no, you heard what I said.
Oh
I didn't
no, it's
see
getting great
Sonic.
reviews. It's getting great
Of
reviews.
course, of course. You know why? Because when I went to the movies last night, they had Sonic and the villain blow up like costume people in costumes promoting that, but they're not promoting the Mufasa.
Maybe
So
because
it's
it's a
like
majority black cast. Maybe you think that could be it.
I don't want to put race in it. So what I'm gonna say is Sonic
Everything's
is
about race.
good.
Everything's about race
Yeah, it
there.
seems like it. Yeah, well, in that case, I don't know because who's Sonic?
Sonic.
Somebody, I mean, so that's why I mean, like, who's Sonic as far as do we know any black people playing the characters of Sonic? Like, I don't even care about that. Let's just go have fun. If the
Sonic
voice sounds familiar, I'm cool with it.
ain't no black people in Sonic except for Idris Elba. Oh, Shamar
Yeah,
Moore's
who's
in
he?
Sonic 3. Idris is Knuckles.
Okay. Yeah, so me, I'm over Sonic, man. Sonic 2, I mean,
Oh, there's another black lady here too.
Sonic was good for Genesis, man.
I'm a Sonic head, so I like the movies.
Yeah.
There's some parts about the movies that get on my nerves. Okay, there's two black women in Idris, but everybody. Oh, Shamar Moore, but I
Shamar,
like.
Shamar in there too? Okay.
He's in the third one. Oh wait, no. He was in the second one too. I forgot. Yeah, he was in the second one. But Sonic, I like Sonic. I have my issues with certain parts of the movies. I do. But as a kid that grew up loving the video game, I must say they did Sonic justice. The extra storylines, like his friends, the human characters, aside from Jim Carrey, be getting on my nerves. But I think they did it justice. I haven't seen the third one yet though. So I gotta see the Knuckles series because so Idris making bank off Knuckles, man. Like he got a good thing going for him because he embodies the character very
Yeah.
well.
Well, he does. He does. I'm just like this. I'm tired of the shows where it start off with the villain comes, beat him up, and then somehow, some way to get this superpower to come back and win it all. Mufasa ain't like that. Mufasa's not like that. So that's probably another reason why I was kind of.
Don't give away the movie, man. You've been
No, I'm
spoiling
saying
something.
Mufasa.
Talking.
No. How am I spoiling when I'm telling you Mufasa is not like that? Go see Mufasa. You don't want to. Hey, look, I didn't see Sonic.
Line. You should have waited till I saw it, and then I would have seen the Rafiki line.
What are you talking about? You didn't know Rafiki was in the movie? Nobody seen that.
It's okay. Audience, it's okay. It's okay.
yeah, please, by all means, because I don't know. Listen, I kind of slipped up and said some stuff, but I didn't. I want the audience to go see it. So yeah, on that note, that's it, man. Enjoying the time. That's it.
Yeah, we'll be in touch. All right.
All right. Peace.